Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our Discord server where we post a bunch of updates every single day. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. So Cardano is finally going up. As you can see, it's currently at about $1.10. And it keeps going up, and I mean this was expected because like I said, we respected the support zone right here, so at some point we needed a third wave of this one to set up, and we are getting one right now. You can expect there to be resistance at this level, which is the 1.618 expansion of the first wave right here, and yeah, then the next target is at about $1.30. And then I'm expecting a fourth wave move down and a fifth wave move up. And once we complete these 5 waves, I will be able to confirm that the second wave move down is in and that we're actually heading in a third wave move to the upside. As you can see, Bitcoin dominance is also dropping. It's below the bull market support band, so this is a good sign. And in my opinion, ADA will keep going up for the time being. Now keep in mind, this could turn into a much bigger ABC structure or a WXY structure, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, until we get above this high right here, I cannot confirm that the low is in. This could always be an ABC structure, so keep that in mind. But we could have bottomed right here. I mean, this is an ABC structure and I did tell you that multiple times. So we'll see what happens with this. We also broke out of this falling wedge pattern, and as you can see, we are above the trend line and we stayed above it. We found some resistance here, but we managed to get through it, and yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this now. We don't need it anymore, and like I said, the next target right now is at about $1.30. As you can see, we are already overbought on the 4-hour, which is not a big problem because we were overbought here as well. And here the price of Cardano was at about 65 cents or so, and down here it was at about 45 cents. So yeah, this does not really mean anything, and it's most likely going to cool off at some point, probably not right now. It could keep rising, and yeah, I'm expecting higher prices for now. And I did tell you that something like this is possible in my previous videos, because if you can remember what happened in 2020 at the beginning of the year, well actually 2021 in the post-halving year, Cardano went up about 130% in a matter of 6 days. So this should not surprise you. We're just doing what we did in the previous cycle. And yeah, I'm expecting Cardano to keep rising for the time being. Keep in mind, we have a 1-2 setup on the chart, and right now we are working on the third wave. The second wave right here has been confirmed to be in because we have 5 waves up. And right now, the third wave could put us at new all-time highs, just judging this based on what happened in the previous cycle. In the previous cycle, the third wave got above the 1.618 expansion of the previous all-time high, and that could happen again, obviously. Now, if you look at the daily RSI, it's not overbought, which is good. We have cooled off. We got above the moving average on the RSI. And I did tell you on the Discord server that this is very bullish because we were below it for multiple weeks, and yeah, once we got above it, I mean that pretty much confirmed that we will get a pump very soon. And what you know, we got a pump. The RSI is at like 62 right now, so it should continue going up. We are not overbought, so yeah, this is looking good so far. And we'll see if we get 5 waves up or not. We are still above the bull market support band. As you can see, the bull market support band is currently at about 68 cents. And honestly, I don't think it's possible to get to the 50% extension right here in the second wave move down unless we get some kind of ABC structure, and I think that's very unlikely to happen right now because I'm expecting Ethereum to go up quite a lot this month, and I'm expecting it to get to about $4,500 just based on what it did in the previous couple of years. As you can see right now, it's not really doing anything, so Cardano is pretty much going up on its own, which is interesting. It's one of the only altcoins to go up right now, so this is definitely, I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens with this coin in the next couple of months. And keep in mind, I'm still expecting Cardano to be at all-time highs by the end of February of this year, just based on what we did in the previous cycle. In the previous cycle, in the third wave of the main third wave, we got to the all-time high on February 27th, and then we got rejected, and you know, that was a fourth wave move down, and then we started going up again in April, so we pretty much went sideways for about 2 months, and then we started going up again. And I'm not saying that we will do the exact same thing again, but it is possible that we get to like $3.16 by February of this year, by the end of February of this year, and then we just go sideways until March or so, and then in March we get above the 1.618 extension of the previous all-time high, and we hit a third wave there, and then when the summer gets to us, the boring crypto summer, that would be the perfect time for a fourth wave move down, and then by the end of the year, Cardano should be somewhere between $5 to $8 in the fifth wave right here. How high this will go, it all depends on how high the third wave goes. If the third wave gets to, let's say, $4.25, then yeah, the fifth wave could theoretically get to about $8. However, if the third wave only gets to the 200% extension of the 1-2 setup right here, then the fifth wave could put us somewhere between $5 to $6. Now, if you look at the weekly RSI is not overbought, but we are seeing a bounce off the moving average on the weekly RSI. And again, I did tell you that this is possible and it will most likely happen, and it happened. So yeah, we did not get below the moving average, which is good. This shows us that the pump will most likely continue. And we did a similar thing in the previous cycle, although there we did not actually test the moving average, but we did it over here. So yeah, this is where we are at right now in this cycle. This is where Cardano was exactly 4 years ago. And as you can see, exactly 4 years ago, it was actually overbought on the weekly. Right now we are not overbought. And during that time, Cardano was at about 29 cents or so. So yeah, it can continue to grow, and this is nowhere near close to, topping. So yeah, this is looking good. Now, if you look at the monthly chart, Cardano is not overbought here either, which is also very good. And also the monthly chart is looking a lot better than what it did in the previous cycle, in my opinion. But of course, that's just my opinion. There is potential to hit about $1.80 by the end of January, maybe even more. It all depends on how much Ethereum will go up by the end of the month. And yeah, I would not be surprised to see Cardano at all-time highs very, very soon. I also want to talk about a.bitcoin for a second, if I can find it. So here we go. I mean, this is just the exact same pattern as the one we got in the previous cycle. Let me go only weekly for this, so it's easier to, I guess, understand. So basically, we are now in a 1-2 setup, and we seem to be bouncing. The third wave target is the 1.618 extension of the 1-2 setup. Maybe we'll get there, maybe we'll not get there, but in the previous cycle, in the third wave right here of this 1-2 setup, which by the way, it was at similar looking levels, and it looks pretty much the same as this 1-2 setup. In the third wave, we got above the 1.618 extension of the 1-2 setup, and if we want to repeat that, we need to get to about, let's say, 3,300 satoshis or so, somewhere in the middle right here, before getting a fourth wave move down, and a fifth wave move up should put us at the 200% extension of the 1-2 setup, like we did in the previous cycle. Now we'll see if we get to like new highs in this cycle or not. We'll probably not break this high or this high in this cycle, just because in the 2021 cycle we did not break the 2018 cycle. So if we did not do it in the previous cycle, what makes you think that we will do it in this cycle? It's really hard to say if we will do that or not. But like I said, this chart looks very, very similar to what it did in the previous cycle, so it's only a matter of time until we start going up again, in my opinion. I also need to look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, as you can see, is also bouncing off the moving average, just like Cardano is, but it's not going up as much as Cardano because Bitcoin dominance is currently going down, which was to be expected. However, like I said, Bitcoin dominance could continue going sideways for another week, just so we can do exactly what we did in the previous two cycles after we had the cross on the bull market support band. I've already talked about this multiple times, but basically 48 days after we had a cross on the bull market support band, that's when the altcoin season started, both in 2020 and in 2016. And right now we had a cross on the bull market support band about 41 days ago, so there's still a week left of this until we actually get some kind of move to the downside. Of course, we could start going down earlier, but I don't think we will. Also, I don't think we'll get another cycle high on the Bitcoin dominance chart in this cycle. I think the top is in, so yeah, this is just some kind of ABC structure to the downside, and as you can see, it's already starting to break down, so it's only a matter of time until we actually go down, and once that happens, Cardano will go crazy. I mean, as you can see right here, for example, when Bitcoin dominance went down like 6 or 7%, Cardano went up about 300% in that time. Now imagine what happens once Bitcoin dominance gets from like 60% all the way down to like 20%. The altcoins and especially Ethereum will start going crazy, and if Ethereum goes crazy, then Cardano will also go crazy. I mean, that's what happens in every single cycle, and actually let me show you an example. On the Ethereum chart, we went up about 47% in November, and guess what? During that time, Cardano went up about 300%, so yeah, whenever Ethereum goes up, Cardano goes up as well, and I think it's only a matter of time until we start doing something like this again. And yeah, I'm expecting 2025 to be a very good year for Cardano and for the altcoins as well. I'm actually expecting this altcoin season to be the biggest yet. We'll see if that happens or not. And yeah, I'm still expecting Bitcoin to hit about $255,000 by the end of the cycle. I'm expecting the cycle to end somewhere between September and November of 2025. So yeah, now of course you are not early anymore. I mean, Bitcoin is at like 100k and Cardano is at like $1.10 right now, so you cannot say that you are early, but you are definitely not too late, at least not yet. So if you want to get in, I mean, the best chance to get in was down here. That's what the support zone was for. Cardano went down like 40% during this time. People were calling it to go to like 12 cents just because it went down here. And yeah, I made fun of that, and what do you know? It did not get to 12 cents. So yeah, things are good, and yeah, I mean, that's why I give you the support zones. The support zones are for buying. I told you that multiple times. If you did not buy in this dip, I mean, what are you doing? So, you know, of course, this is not financial advice, and you should do your own research, blah, blah, blah. And that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our Discord server where we post multiple updates a day. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.